It's never long enough.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
I know. I got some shares in. Maniacs. Look at us. We're freaking doing it. Is this 126? I believe this is 126.
Is it?
That's what London labeled it down as, so it has to be 126. London never
Don't
makes
lie to us.
mistakes.
Ever.
London has never. False. It is not 126.
No,
It is 100% 127. Welcome to Salt Tier Podcast, episode 126 plus 1, which would be 127. And that's not counting the other podcast of which shall not be named, because otherwise we'd be at, like, goodness, 250 or something like that.
We're just counting the 120 episodes I've been in.
Yeah, that's very true. But man, we had some good. So I'll get through the intro and then I'll talk about this. Maniacs, thank you for being here. Happy Monday. We are in June.
Happy E3.
Happy E3. Happy, I guess, cities are completely opening up and doing live shows. Colbert Report tonight, like the late show is going to be like a full audience today. So yay.
Nice.
This is Soundcasting Network's very own video game podcast where your argument is invalid. We are not coming to you from Studio 212. We're coming to you from our magical rocket ships on the way to Mars. We're just hanging out with Elon and Bill and Bobby Gates.
And Bezos. Bezos is going on that first trip.
And Beezy.
I don't think he's coming back.
And it's nice to know that everybody is watching right now instead of watching the Bo Burnham Inside special for the third time, because that seems to be the talk of the town. There's video games in that. They do a Let's Play segment, so that was pertinent. That was relevant. Yeah.
It was.
We are brought to you by Voodoo Ranger IPA, a branch of New Belgium. Oh, what do we got? Oh.
We got.
What do we got down there?
We got the experimental IPA.
Yeah, that's that mean one, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely sipping this.
Cool.
What's its percentage? What's it taste like?
It's really smooth. It's really light. It's 6.6, but it's a very sneaky 6.6. Like don't chug this and think you're gonna be all right, you know? Because I've done that. I'm like, oh, this is kind of light and everything, and then it's not cool. Maybe I'm just a lightweight in my middle age. That's probably it.
So for all the newbies that don't know, Voodoo Ranger is employee-owned, B Corp certified, sometimes hazy, usually hop forward, and rarely taken seriously. However, they're fantastic. So many times we've had people at the studio that don't normally drink IPAs that have been changed over, but they don't do just IPAs. You know, is that New Belgium that does the seltzers now, or is that?
Yes.
Do you not have seltzers at your house?
Not yet. I'm getting it next week. I'm getting it. You know what? Cybo's holding it hostage. I said something bad about RGBs, and he got mad at me. So none for me. And yeah, check them out. That's Voodoo Ranger. They got an Insta. They got a Twitter. They have all the fancy things. What you got in your hand there, Sageville?
This is by New Belgium. It's called Summer Bliss. It's a tropical wheat.
Ooh.
So you're used to the flavor profile of the IPA, so you know what usually you're going to expect when you drink any of the beers. You taste this and it's completely different. It's got a whole different flavor profile. It does not have that like hop to it. Literally, there's it is. What did I describe it as last week?
I don't know. I was distracted by our Bumble streamer.
I meant on my live stream separate from here, which is on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Nice.
But what were you saying? I thought I just cut you off. Sorry, I was opening up the YouTube. I was opening up the YouTube to see who was chatting.
Oh, you can just look at the comments section in our own chat.
Okay. Well, freaking up. I guess I could. Can I? Go ahead.
But that's okay. We can just move on to topics. I don't have to talk about the beer any further. We'll talk about what we've done this week.
Yeah, drink all the things. And before we say introductions of what we played this week, if you're listening or watching, we have so many ways you could appreciate and consume our media. Not only do we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch every Monday at 8, we also have Facebook regular posts. We're on Instagram and Twitter at salt_tierpod. And I believe we're moving up our stream schedule, right? At some point.
What you mean moving it up?
I think we're just adding like a day at some point. That'll happen eventually. We were talking to our Bumble streamer, it's Nicole B, who we had last week, and she's fantastic. She gave us a little bit of advice.
When we get to 50 followers, we will increase our streams just enough so that we can get our affiliate.
Ooh. Okay, let's make that happen. But yes, moving on. Maniacs, I am Loud and Brown, at Loud and Brown on Instagram and Twitter. You can find, I think I'm on TikTok now, but I don't remember what I signed up for. I did a TikTok account because I have some buddies that would not stop sending me links to it. And I'd open up a browser. And so, yeah, now I have a TikTok. I have 2 whole videos. I don't know what the username is, so good luck finding it. And if you're trying to play video games with me, I am Gross Stuff with a PH on PC and on PlayStation.
If you're gonna do the short form videos, may I suggest you do the YouTube shorts, because those things blow up like crazy.
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Speaking of blowing up like crazy, right below me we have.
You got the save rings. ... Hello. There's been a whole lot going on and not much going on at the same time. Find me, I guess, Twitter. I guess. Yeah. A lot of the places I'm into, I should be doing stuff with them, but I'm really just there to stalk, just to lurk. But yeah, hit me up at V Gaming. Is the video game one. Midlife Crisis is the pop culture one. Hit me up at YouTube, but I'm not really on there. Find me on Steam. Just the save rings. Just find me through the Saltier podcast group. And if you have found our podcast through that, that's cool. We got quite a few people between my group and the Saltier group. There's about 80 or 90 people now. So yeah, I got really nothing much else to say. I haven't played much. I've been a bad gamer.
Tisk.
I know. And I'll kick it up to the sagiest of bells over here.
Hello. Yes, you did not join me this week.
Okay.
So we played Dead by Daylight, of course. I got up into the higher level ranks. Think martial arts belt systems for colors. So like you start out brown, you got some yellow, skip orange, you go to green, you get purple, you get red. Red's your highest rank. And there's like 4 numbers in each rank. So I got to rank 4, which is the bottom tier of red rank.
You fancy.
I don't want to stay in red ranks, but thankfully rank reset. So they set you back 1 color. You have to work your way back up every month on the 13th. So I'm back down into my purple. It's really all I was trying to do was not to go down to green because green is sweaty.
Green is sweaty?
Green is try hard.
Green is toxic sweaty and like try hardy and like they just want to get back to their red ranks. And then red rank is like a different type of toxic. So like purple's the happy medium and we're all content being in the purple area.
Like being in plat on Overwatch. You're like, hey, we're just in plat. Everybody chill the heck out.
I don't play comp in Overwatch because it was too toxic.
Yeah, because people are trying to win and they don't want to lose their MMR and all that stuff. So yeah, it gets pretty heated.
I hear
they refuse to work as a team and just blame people.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of blaming people for things they're not doing right, work with them and use suggestions on how to do better.
Oh, Sage, this is the internet. No.
I know people weren't raised to be teammates. They were all just raised to be independent.
Yep.
When
that used to happen in older games, like say like a Team Fortress 2, if you found a toxic person on your team or on the other team, what you normally do is just switch teams and then just grief them. And then who cares if you lost? Everybody would like see the salt in the chat and people would just like, it's fine, we lost, like, but that's hilarious. And then you just move on to the next match.
In the real world, I would do like ultimate frisbee with a bunch of kids from school, and the guys would be like, "Oh," like one of the guys, there'd be a new guy in the group. He'd be like, "Oh, girls can't play sports." I was like, "Put me against him." and I would just take them out, like, because they go up, and I can just body check them and knock them down while I try to go for the frisbee.
Sagebell, here's a little inside. Like they like that when you knock them down. Like they were trying to get under your skin, so you'd accidentally brush up against them. So that's what's going on there.
Not
Guys,
that kind of
the average guy, like I'll put it this way, like the average dude, like we don't care. Like if you want to play some sports, go for it. But like we're gonna mess with you. It's just we mess with each other. That's just how we go.
We have fun with it, but then when somebody's being like toxic and negative, we prove them wrong, kind of thing.
It's all good. That motivation's good.
Speaking of like destroying men, I played a game called Man Eater, which
nice segue.
You are a shark.
I played it on the PS5. It's pretty hilarious. I like it.
It is great.
Yeah.
I'm finally high enough level that murdering alligators is not terrifying. Barracudas exist now, and eating people is great. You can jump out of the water and eat hobos or like hunters and dodging things. And go on swan boats.
It's a pretty cool game. Yeah, it's made by Tripwire, who are also the makers of Killing Floor 1 and 2. If you're familiar with those games. Both of those games are awesome. So yes, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, that kind of checks out with how some of that gameplay worked and how some of the dialogue.
Very over the top and tongue in cheek. Yes, that's totally their style. Yep.
Some of the jumps in that, so like some of the side things you can do is like find these random license plates and weird spots to try to jump and get. Some of those jumps are just we call them Olympic jumpers.
Yeah, that's where you have to like basically like kind of like beat yourself and then like bounce across the ground to grab stuff and hopefully get in the water on the other side before you die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That game reminds me very much. I might post this on the Facebook group, but I discovered this channel called Tier Zoo. You ever heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this dude takes animals and he puts them on a tier list and talks about the world and stuff like it's a video game. It's oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. I've been watching it all week.
It's so great and it's so technical.
Yeah. He totally gets into it, and he describes all the animals like in complete video game terms, like competitively, and it's hilarious.
Like, yeah, but the +5, the +5.
Yeah, he's like house cats are S-list in the meta, so we won't talk about them in this one. But so and so got patched way back in the so and so era, and he goes into this whole thing. It's oh my god, it's hilarious. So Tier Zoo, I'm gonna post that someplace on our social medias. Watch out for that.
Yes, please do. So we're getting this going, aren't we? Yes.
I think.
Did you play anything?
I did not. I think I played a little bit of Overwatch. Yes, that's it. I'm trying to think if it was this week or last week.
I'll take it back. I played a little bit of Dota 2 because I watched a lot of the competitive Anna Major that was over in Kiev, which was amazing. I'm really looking forward to the TI this year because we missed it last year. But I played a little bit of Dota because I do watch a lot of Dota videos, and I do I dabble a little bit, and I'm pushing 200 hours in that game, which is kind of weird how that crept up. So yeah, so that's I did play something. I just remembered out of the blue.
I did play one other thing, but I don't know if you'd find it super interesting.
Go for it.
Lay it on.
So it's called Dorfromantik. So it's like a hexagon style puzzly thing. So you have all these different hexagon tiles and they're different kind of things, like you have houses and railroads and lakes and grass and trees and rocks, I guess. I don't know what the other thing is. Basically, you have like a certain number of tiles and you have to like align them and get a certain number of points, and that's really the game. It's very chill.
So with all those things, are you trying to build like a functional thing, like a city or a neighborhood or a factory type thing, or what are you trying to do with those? Is it like Civ? Civ's like on that little tile grid thing, and you have to build stuff on different tiles. Is it kind of along those lines?
The tiles are already predetermined.
Okay. So
you have like a stack of cards essentially, which are your tiles, and you place them out.
Okay. That sounds interesting, actually.
Yeah, so like Settlers.
Yeah, like Settlers. What's that? Humankind. There's a demo for that now. They got announced a while back, but there's actually a playable demo of that since E3, since Sunday. But that's basically like a smoother, little bit more user-friendly version of Civ. So when you were describing that, I was like, that kind of sounds like that Humankind game too.
It's called a peaceful building strategy and puzzle game where you can create beautiful and ever-growing village landscape by placing tiles.
Nice.
Colorful biomes. That's the word biome I was looking for.
biomes until a kaiju comes and destroys it. Ah,
yes.
SimCity. Turn disasters off.
so
Looks like
good.
it's 2 different words together. So dwarf and romantic.
Okay.
Dorfantic.
No.
Oh, that's right. Well, frick. Well, while we're rolling with this, Sagewell, you must start off with, and London, I guess we're queuing this image, Emerald City Comic Con news for the city of, the surrounding areas of Seattle and such. Take it away.
So I think 2 weeks ago they announced that they're doing this benefit program where you can enroll for an annual fee of being like a fan or a super fan. And if you're a super fan, you get exclusive pre-sale access to tickets. So basically, if you don't do that, it'll be harder for you to get tickets when tickets go on sale for con. And they have all these different, so you got the access, first access for photo ops, which I haven't seen photo ops sell out before, or at least people I care about. Premiere purchase exclusive merchandise. The only thing I would be caring about is getting tickets. And a lot of times I don't try that hard for tickets because they don't sell out that bad for us. Ooh, I'm frozen.
They 100% get, they definitely get scalped.
Saturday always sells out.
Saturday's always rough.
Yeah, same thing with PAX.
Well, PAX is like the whole weekend. Jeez.
Yeah.
No, PAX has only been doing Saturday, Sunday sell out immediately, Friday, and Monday have taken a while or don't sell out now.
I think the last 4 or 5 times I've been to PAX where I wasn't, somebody had a ticket and I bought it off of them, like a friend or something, like, hey, I bought this group of tickets, you want to go? Or one of their friends didn't go and I got their ticket. The last
I
couple
just
times
gave you a
I've
pass
gone,
back.
Yeah. The last 4 or 5 times before that, I think I've only bought tickets to PAX myself, like directly, from a box office, twice. Every other time I end up completely lucky, not even trying to get in, or I try to get in, but I'm not really trying. And somebody's like, hey man, you need some tickets? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And sometimes they just give it to me for cost. One dude went down there and he went and I don't know, he couldn't keep going for the day. So I kind of gave up and I walked back up the hill and I ran into the dude at the honey hole. And he was like, hey man, and he saw a shirt I was wearing. He's like, you want to go down to PAX? Here's my ticket. Here's my pass. And I was like, what? Yeah. So I ended up going down there. Some crazy stuff.
I always have a lot of fun. But for Emerald City, I can see this as, because yes, you can get a ticket, but scalping is still 100% a thing. And I think this will definitely dissuade scalpers from doing stuff, because they're not going to, I can't imagine they would make a bunch of different accounts just to get these. And hopefully everybody that has intention, I realize, $65.99 is kind of a lot for some people, but for me,
But this isn't your ticket though, right? This is just first access to it, right?
Correct. It's just first access, not your ticket.
Okay.
So you still have to pay the extra $100 day pass.
Okay.
Kind of thing, or whatever the price is.
And a limited edition enamel pin. Ooh.
We can get that by paying $65 a year.
That's pretty good. But yeah, the access. So basically the access is the extra $30. I think that's well worth it for me. But
yeah, if you're paying $65 already, yeah. And if you're paying $65 and you feel that you're getting your money's worth, then yeah, the $99.
I hope PAX figures out something like this, because they need it. Scalping is bad.
I mean, it's the same company who owns them now, right?
Penny Arcade bought Emerald City?
No, I thought, maybe, okay, I just got all that. I thought Penny Arcade was owned by the same company that Emerald City was, but maybe I just mixed it all together.
Okay.
A lot of stuff happened at once, and I don't remember now.
Got it. Yeah, Reed Exhibitions is the one that owns Emerald City Comic Con, and they own they own quite a bit of things. Oh goodness gracious!
All right.
Whatever, the Reed Exhibitions, or formerly Reed. Well, hold on. Oh, there's a whole list. Whatever. You can look them up later. There's so many things. I can't even list them all. But yeah, I don't think I did not see PAX on that list.
Organizers, Reed Pop.
Reed Pop?
Yeah.
Got it.
So that PAX is owned by they're part of it.
Freaking Reed, they own everything. They're the new Tencent. The new 10 cent. I hope not. Please say no.
Nobody can hope to be Tencent, man.
Wait, are you the new CEO of Tencent?
No, you can't be. That's a whole podcast right there.
There you go. Okay, moving.
Is going to be September 3rd through 6th this year.
Moving on. Yeah?
Yeah, those are dates.
Oh, I didn't even hear about this news. London, something about Microsoft. That's kind of nuts. Microsoft. Oh yeah, go take it, Sage. What's going on here?
Oh, so I randomly saw this pop up on my phone, and it said that Microsoft is ending its Windows 10 support by 2025. October 14th, 2025, it ends its support. So it's going to, it'll be 10 years old at that point as an operating system. So, you know, they're doing their thing and they just want to give you the next thing.
I wonder what they're going to call it.
Because they skipped 9 last time, so that threw everybody off.
They're going to call this Windows 1X 110.
I wonder if they're going to stick with like technical stuff, or if they're going to go back to like a name or like a number. Windows 8, Windows 10.
They used to just go by the year.
Yeah. Are they gonna? But I think this one, are they gonna go by like a brand name, like
Vista,
Vista or Millennial Edition?
According to this article, it looks like it's just Windows 11.
That's lame.
The event starts at 11 a.m. Eastern. They teased Windows 11 during an 11-minute video. So they're
womp.
They're dropping 11 hints.
Dad jokes. It's just full of dad jokes.
Jesus, Microsoft, you're already uncool. How can you? It's like they're trying to be lame.
Yeah.
And if they are, they're not trying hard enough. I think if they went the whole dad humor thing with their whole brand, they could be successful. Don't mind me, I'm watering my plant.
They totally should. They totally should just lean into like boomer.
The original end date for Windows 10 was supposed to be last year for October 13th, 2020. So it was only supposed to be 10 years.
Huh.
Like, you know, when they have events where they throw swag out, and it's usually mouse pads and, you know, little blinky pins or, you know, extra large t-shirts. What they should do is give out wool socks and Birkenstocks. Windows 11, and it's just right up on the side of it. Or what else would be good? Barbecue tongs.
Or you got to mow the lawn before you can get a copy of it.
Well, geez, that's gonna be really hard.
Ask your dad for stuff, and he'd be like, he'd give you a chore first. You're like, oh man.
Jesus. And you know, I just go full boomer and just throw out. You have to buy a bottle of, you know, single malt Scotch whiskey. And
this also coincides with the news that I saw they're going to be pulling support for 7 and 8 pretty soon. I think 2023. I think they're.
I can attest to you that 7 doesn't run super well anyway. I definitely had to upgrade. So
yeah.
So good for them. 10 years is a while though. I cannot believe it lasted that long.
Well, it kind of did, because after the whole antitrust thing, they changed Windows over to a service rather than a product that you buy. So that's how they're kind of circumventing the antitrust stuff, because Windows as a product bundled with Edge or Chrome or whatever, that was the antitrust. So they settled that, and then they they never came out and said it, but if you kind of look at the way that Windows 10 is set up, how everything runs through an app store, how it's more set up as a service, how it's free. You can just go get the ISO. Right now on my capture PC, I have to activate Windows watermark right now, but it's running, it's fine. So yeah, it's more of a service now. So that's how it's lasting for 10 years instead of them having to replace it like every 7 years if it was a regular product. So yeah, this next one they might stretch it out even more. It might even be more than 10 years.
Be freaking 20. Jesus, that'd be nuts. All right, well, thank you for those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are we at? Oh, break.
Everybody take a break. Take 5. Take 5, guys.
5. Put on the
Here, start, John.
Elevator music.
Everybody stretch.
7th inning stretch.
I gotta watch this arm. I got my second shot today. I gotta watch this arm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And now every time I sweat just a little bit, I'm like, oh god. but I'm wearing a hoodie and a skull cap, so I'm kind of.
We
sweating.
have Pupper.
What up?
Hello.
We have Pup.
I support Voodoo Ranger IPA.
Hi.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're cute.
Wonderful. Okay, so that was our version of a break because we're about to go deep into E3.
Yeah, this is going to be a bunch of hot takes, folks.
It will be a bunch of hot takes, and everybody here plays games, so we're going to have some stuff to say. So after you, Saverings, ...
Yeah, sure. London, you want to pull up the first thing here? There's links for the other stuff that we have coming, but we'll just kind of go through here. I'm not even really sure what this link was anymore. I guess we'll take a look with London.
Oh, is it not going to be the bingo? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did have. Hold on, London. Well, we did have this bingo card that we made. We only had one of them. There was a second one, but when I tried to go grab the other one, it turned out to be the same one for some reason. I don't know. The links got all confused. But I can pull up my copy of the bingo card here real quick and kind of see what we got going on. Let me share the screen here. Video file, share screen.
Still waiting on Portal 3.
I know, right? So we got Inception first of all. So we'll just zoom in here.
What are you looking at this on?
This is just paint. This is what I'm marking off with. So cool. we got our things here. Tomorrow we got the Nintendo one. So hopefully this Breath of the Wild one gets circled off here, and maybe the Switch Pro gets announced.
Yeah.
But going through this, and I guess I'll name these off as we're actually going through the article. But this is what I've got so far on mine. I'm a Switch Pro reveal away from a bingo. And here's the other thing too. This is day 2 officially of E3. Before that, there was a couple of days of stuff. No one has said 4K yet.
Yeah, I know. You're also really close to somebody plays a demo of a game on stage.
Yeah.
That would also be a bingo for you.
No. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Bruh, how did you not see that?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking diagonally. I was just thinking up and down.
It's kind of funny that the way we did it on an online bingo card generator. And it, for free, will generate 30 cards. It's really funny that your card put the 10-cent and also 10-cent right next to each other.
Yes. I thought that was pretty
super funny because it's that's not the one card I do have. I haven't been able to get extra time to check them off or see what I missed, but the card that I have is not that situation.
Is it all the same tiles, though?
It's all the same tiles, just rearranged so people get different bingos. So my first 10-cent is second down, second across, and the last 10-cent is the second to last tile. So
yeah,
it moves.
It's random. Well, that's good. Like you do want them to mix up.
Yeah, if everybody had the same bingo card, everybody wins, and then Saverings ... would have to give away so many games.
Yes. Yeah, we'd be in the red. We'd be in a game deficit.
Give me you just have to start giving away your copies of games. Like, all right, I had to give away my Tekken.
Yeah, I gotta share my Steam library so people can play the game. I see one here. The Capcom shoots itself in the foot. Neither one of us really caught the Capcom one today, so I don't know. Did they shoot themselves in the foot?
I mean, they didn't announce anything new, so yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We got that as a topic. They didn't really shoot themselves in the foot though, so. Okay. I wouldn't say, but moving. Let's start this off. The bingo card.
Okay. This was kind of a big one. You know, everybody's like, Xbox ain't got no games. Xbox ain't got no games. Well, we reported on here that they bought Bethesda. Actually, they bought Bethesda's parent company, ZeniMax, which owns like energy investments and a whole bunch of other like real estate. So Microsoft owns all that stuff. Oh yeah, and they happen to own Bethesda too. Okay. Their next big original IP, which is something that internally they've been wanting to work on for like 20 years, going back to like Fallout 2. Like they kind of had like the brainstorm for it, but it always got kind of put on the back burner. And 20 years of Elder Scrolls and Fallouts and everything else happened, but now they feel like they wanted to go back and get it. That game's called Starfield. As far as we could tell, it's kind of seems like, and yesterday was the first time we ever saw any like actual like in-game footage of it. Wasn't gameplay, but it was rendered like in-engine kind of like interactive cutscene stuff. But that's like their next IP. This could potentially be the next Fallout. This could potentially be the next Elder Scrolls. The big news is this is going to be an Xbox console exclusive. As
okay.
in, like, this is never coming to PlayStation. It'll be on PC, but it'll never come to PlayStation.
So London, this is row 7. I believe we have the link for. When you have time. Apologies.
It's all good. I mean, a lot of these we're just going to just fire through. It's pretty much just the trailer for it.
Why do I not? Yeah, but why does Starfield not sound familiar to me? Also, Darkane hashtag Vince Rants. Oh, there it is. Says that the Microsoft presentation said 4K like hella.
Did it? I didn't hear them say it.
I was
never-
listening for it.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening for it, but it was like
this
mostly
looks
like
good.
they would just like cut the trailers and stuff. Yeah, this is the pre-rendered thing. So basically, this is like the impressions I'm getting from it. This is gonna be like No Man's Land mixed with your classic Bethesda game, mixed a little bit with. It looks very Star Citizen-y right here too. So probably something in there. We don't know what it's about. We don't know what it's going to entail. We don't know if it's going to be another Fallout 76 on our hands.
You mean a perfect game at launch?
Yeah, perfect game with absolutely no flaws. Just like Cyberpunk. So that's all we know. It's got a release date. Oh, look, 11/11. Microsoft lost them 11s.
Why would they not say exclusive? Why would like that whole trailer should be Xbox exclusive? You know, when they usually did that with the old Halos or Project Gotham, they would say it's only on.
Oh no, it said it at the beginning of it. Like that trailer cut off like the part in the panel where they actually showed that.
I see.
It was the first game that they showed, and it said Xbox console exclusive.
Got it.
So yeah.
Okay, tight.
That's about it. The next one here, Halo Infinite. I'm interested what Vince thinks of this. Halo Infinite. There, London. Lost the Sage Bell. Halo Infinite multiplayer and single player actually looked, dare I say, good.
Oh,
I mean, it actually looked pretty good. And this is pretty good compared to what we saw in the reveal last year, which pretty much got destroyed.
Oh, I see. That's right. Looks like they've been working on it then.
Yes, they definitely have been working on it. It looks much better. But, we'll wait and see till how it looks. But yeah, lots of cool gadgets. Typical Halo.
Yeah, and it's 343, right?
Yes, it's still 343.
And grappling hooks, huh?
Yeah, grappling hooks.
Who does this look like? No, Unreal was jetpacks.
Shoot people from around corners and stuff. I'm very much getting an Unreal Tournament vibe from this. Yeah. But yeah, shoot people from around corners. There's all different kinds of mechanics and yada yada. So this looks pretty good. I'll be willing to check it out on the PC. What's up?
No, I was gonna let you finish your thought. I didn't.
Oh no. You can get little personal AIs right there. I saw. You can select little custom AIs. Got a railgun. Pew.
Yeah, they had like a version of the railgun in the last game.
Yep.
I mean, not the last game, but like Halo 4.
So,
I guess it's the last one I played.
Damn,
did I skip Halo 5?
Most people skipped Halo 5. Most people skipped that game.
That was the one with the 2 Spartans, right?
Halo 5?
Mm-hmm.
That was the one with he lands on that planet and it's like the Forerunners and stuff. And that was the last 343 main one. That's the one that people kind of didn't like very much.
I mean, I remember the Forerunners. That was Halo 4.
I think that was. I don't know. After a while, they all blend.
They do.
So
yeah, that's about it. Halo actually looks decent.
And isn't 343 the same company who does Forza?
No, that's Playground Games, and they're also this time doing Fable as well. Forza Horizon 5 got shown, and that game looks great. But then again, the Forza games always look great. I test games for a living on hardware, and even on Intel integrated graphics, Forza still looks and plays excellent. So Forza will run great on a potato. I saw the system specs on Steam because that game is listed on the Steam store. The minimum requirements for a graphics card is a 650 Ti. You know how old that card is? That card's from 2012, 2013. So they got a graphics card from 2013 is listed as the minimum spec. So Yeah, the game should look and run great if you got anything with any kind of real power on it. Runs great on the Xbox One X and the previous Xboxes as well. So they do a really good job of optimizing those games and making them run and look good. So, yes.
Hecking heck. Well, cool. I'm
remember,
actually sort of excited now that I have a PC, so I could hopefully just
Sort of
play
your PC
Halo on that.
Game. Yes. Oh yeah, some Halo would be great on that too, depending on the system requirements. But I'm not expecting those to be beefy either.
I know this next game, like I saw the chat go crazy over it.
Yes. London,
and it was fun to guess because it's kind of like really easy to figure out, but at the same time kind of strange.
Definitely strange, especially if it falls in line with its predecessors, which it seems to be falling right in line with its predecessors. I see a lot of the same items and equipment as well. London, can you fire up that Elden Ring trailer for us? This to me was what I was really waiting on. There's a couple other games, but this to me was like right up at the tippy top.
The El Ding Ding.
Yes. So for those that don't know, this is FromSoft's newest game. FromSoft, the makers of Sekiro, Bloodborne, and of course the Souls games. Before that, they made mech games and stuff like that. But this is Miyazaki-san, who's the director and creator of the Souls games, and George Martin there, Game of Thrones.
That's nuts.
Yes. So this is kind of looking like a prequel. From what I can tell, this is kind of a prequel to everything Souls. And that includes Demon Souls, which up until this point canonically is the furthest back game. But this looks like it happens before that. Because in Demon Souls, we see that tree, but it's all wrecked and dead and dying, and it looks like a normal tree.
Yeah, so it's Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro.
Bloodborne and Sekiro are branching paths that kind of take off and diverge after
Dark Souls 2.
Somewhere after Dark Souls 2 or right after Dark Souls 1 before Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
Bloodborne, yeah, both of those games kind of diverge and they're like in their own ultimate timeline if those are watching the
these games are known for being super pick up and play, real easy,
accessible,
ages 6 through 12.
Yeah, tutorial modes, hints online. Yeah,
Maniacs are trolling. Saverings, you want to explain why these games are so particular?
Well, they're known for their difficulty. They're punishing, but they're not unfairly punishing. And these are some of the most rewarding games that you'll play. Yes, you'll get your butt kicked, but the second you figure something out and it actually works, it's one of the best highs in video gaming. They're really, really well made. The combat's always really solid. The music and production's always fantastic. The story, if you can call it that in these games, is very, very cryptic, and you kind of find it in the environment and on item descriptions and based on really cryptic things that characters say. And that's part of the fun too, speculating and kind of piecing the story together. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think the single player game I've enjoyed the most, I'd say in like the last 5 years. Has it been more than 5 years though? I got to think about it. The game I really enjoyed playing from start to finish and really got into it and really just enjoyed the entire trip was Dark Souls 3. And so I've been looking for that since then. And there have been some good games. Sekiro I couldn't really get into because it was too fast and too twitchy for me. I like the pace of these games.
And Sekiro was Japan, right?
Yeah. Sekiro and Bloodborne kind of there's like a never-ending curse that kind of goes through these games. It's kind of like a through line. Bloodborne and Sekiro are alternate takes of that, where at some point in the story they broke that curse and ended up making the curse into something else. And the mechanic behind Bloodborne is how Bloodborne works, and the mechanic behind Sekiro is kind of like how that would work in this universe if they broke this curse and went in this direction. So they're related, but they're not at all related, but they are related.
I've been muscled into. I was going to start my Metal Gear Solid journey, and my little crew of homies told me I need to start with Demon Souls, and Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and then they say that I would just appreciate.
Oh, you're looking to go into the FromSoft games.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Demon Souls is first.
Yes. Kind of hard to play. I would not recommend the PS3 version, especially when there's a good version floating around right now. But how are you going to play it? Because it's on PS5 and nobody sells those.
Emulator of the original?
Not worth it. It's almost worth it. You know what? And to be honest, I would say just start with Dark Souls 1.
I don't need Demon Souls?
You don't need to do them in order.
What does chat say?
necessarily, because like I said, they're related, but they're not.
Yeah, but Demon Souls, I can get a lot of health items, says Hot Riku Girl 16.
You can, but I would not recommend playing the PS3 version in 2021. You're better off waiting until you can borrow a. I don't know. I would say wait, because I've played both, and the PS5 version. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to recommend the older version now.
Okay.
Is basically what I'm saying.
Okay, then
So you might be better off playing Dark Souls 1 and 2.
maybe I'll just do Dark Souls 1 and 2 then. Fine.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then circle back, because by that point people will actually have PS5s and you might be able to get your hands on
I
one
ain't
somehow,
touching
somewhere.
that PS5. You know I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
well,
but
you said people, so you can go to a friend's and play it.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, somebody will have one somewhere, and you can get down on it. So yeah, it might be worth the wait.
Well,
but Elden Ring, that's January of 2022.
oh my gosh, there's so many. We actually have a lot of stuff going on. Moving on.
Yes.
London, please. Going to
London,
B.
the next one.
Battlefield 2040. They went to the future?
This is the sequel to the long requested Battlefield 2041, which was a fan favorite way back in like 2005, 2006, maybe before that. But people have been asking.
Pre-alpha caught with 128 players.
Yes, 128 player servers. Crazy destructible environment. For LAN.
For LAN, we've filled up servers for LAN.
Nice.
It's chaos.
Yes. Then this game looks like complete chaos, which is the best Battlefield games. And I've been looking to get into a Battlefield game. I did like 3. I did like 4. I didn't really get into them all too much as I did.
Same. I know.
Bad Company 2. I love that game. I played the crap out of the game.
I know that Cyberman's crew got real into BF4. They were flying all the jets.
Yes.
They're big on the jets. I was big on being a medic and giving people, just tossing the med packs everywhere.
I was big on murdering my friends on other teams.
Oh.
That sounds like our TF2 strategy we talked about a minute ago. That's what you do. Somebody toxic, go to the other team and just murder them repeatedly.
Wow, this game looks nuts, y'all.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, those classic Battlefield moments. And when I play Battlefield games, I am an agent of chaos. I'm the guy running around the side of the map, and I will kill myself, but I'm taking like 4 of you with me, and that's all I do. I don't care. So yeah.
I mean, you'll respawn, maybe.
Yeah, and then you respawn.
This looks pretty crazy. They were showing a tech demo of those skyscrapers coming down. Oh, yeah, look, they got a little weapon wheel, just like Crisis. That reminds me of. Yeah, look, you got little gadgets. Here's a classic C4 on the ATV. Classic Battlefield.
Wow.
Look, they got zip lines, so now you can go around from rooftop to rooftop. And like normally people spawn up there or take the elevator up, and they're just a problem the whole match.
DICE made this, right? DICE has nothing to do with. They don't have anything to do with Apex, do they?
They might help a little bit with Apex, because Apex and Respawn are sister companies. They're both owned by EA. Yes, Wingsuit. You didn't see this, Sage Bell?
No, I spaced out.
Yeah, this looks sick. Look at the Hurricane. Look, it's like pulling your vehicle around.
Oh,
holy
shit.
crap.
Look, people on parachutes just getting ragdolled.
Your HUD is all glitching out.
Yes.
And this is pre-alpha.
Yes. Hovercraft. 128 players, just shit flying all over the place. Yes.
Yeah, but where's Iron Man? If this is 2042, I want Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Give us Falcon.
They tried that with Call of Duty, and people didn't like that one.
Oh yeah, modern Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare. Yeah, people didn't like that too much.
It looks stupid.
So here we go. So that'll be out. And
on to the next.
Yes. You know what? I'm not even gonna look at the sheet. Let's just be surprised. Let's see what's coming up next.
No. Well, London needs to get the call out of what we're sending her.
It is your favorite thing to talk about.
Yeah, it's the flight simulator.
Nope, we're going to talk about Redfall.
Yeah, what's up?
So this is basically Left 4 Dead with vampires.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
I would say with a little bit of not Apex, but like a little bit of what's a shooter I'm thinking about that people have like powers?
Borderlands?
No.
No.
That people have what?
people kind of have to like sort of like Valorant. Like people like some of the abilities in Valorant are kind of like magical and stuff. So that's what this reminds me of. Like she had telekinesis. The other guy has like this eye that he looks down and he can't miss when he's aiming with it. Just stuff like that. Little almost supernatural or superpowered abilities. So yeah. Think Left 4 Dead mixed with maybe a little bit of Valorant.
Mixed with a little bit of Overwatch.
Perhaps.
Well, I mean, it's because you can do PvP in this too, but it's PvE for the PvE and PvP. The trailer is definitely just a PvE version. But
looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a pretty good cinematic, but what does the game look like, y'all?
Well, it doesn't come out until next summer, so 2022.
Oh, okay, so they're pretty early on. So
I figured that's something that you can sign up for to get into it since they announced it.
Vampires. But are they sexy vampires?
Are they sparkly?
Vampires.
Where'd she get powers from? That's what I want to know. Like, what kind of world is this? What's the background? People already had powers, and then vampires showed up?
This is the announcement trailer. Who knows? Oh, yeah, they get a little cheeky where they're, like, having the guy talking on the camera and, like, shooting the whole thing right here.
Yeah, you gotta blog it.
You gotta live stream your vampire hunting.
Yep.
Shit. All right, cool.
Yep.
Well, yeah, Maniacs will keep you up to date when we find out more and get more in-game footage, but I like the concept. I'm down with it.
And if you were keeping track on the bingo card, check this for if it's on your card, horror game that Sage Bell wants. That was one of the tiles. So there you go.
Oh, was it one of the tiles?
Yeah, it was an alternate, I think. I don't think it made it on there. But if you have a card with that on there, definitely check that. I know that was floating around to be one of the tiles.
And before we backtrack to the other thing, just on the same topic of Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, the people who made Left 4 Dead, but now a new company, they have a release date October 8th of this year. And if you pre-order the game, you get in early access in August.
Ooh, that's quite early.
That's cool, you guys. But like, as your local consumer advocate, I would say like, don't pre-order nothing these days. Don't do it. It's not like they're gonna run out of digital copies. It's cool if you want to play and you know you're going to play that game. But if you're kind of like, oh, that's cool, I'll play that game. Hold on and just wait, because these companies get kind of ballsy.
You can't tell me what to do. I am pre-ordering Street Fighter 6.
Cyberpunk was the most pre-ordered game in history up until it actually came out. So I'm just saying.
Did people openly get to play like beta and alpha for that though, and live stream that?
No, because they told us it was working fine, so we just it's working surprisingly well.
For
that's the difference.
And live streamed and stuff, so I think it'll do better than.
I mean, that's a pretty low bar, so yeah, I agree with you. I think it'll do better too.
Also, water is wet,
and
the sun is hot.
The next two, I didn't even bother to put any links. Don't even worry about it, London there. But pretty much there's a Guardians of the Galaxy game made by the same people or made by an adjoining team. It's Montreal Eidos, normally who makes the Hitman games, I believe. And there's a Guardians of the Galaxy game from Square Enix. It looks bad. Just take my word for it. But I wanted to tell you guys.
And speaking of which, they also added Black Panther to the Avengers game?
Yeah, they added Black Panther to the Avengers game. It doesn't matter at this point. Oh, related to that, did you guys know? Not last week, but the week before. There's only about 300 to 600 people that play the Avengers game daily on Steam. The developers or whatever, the people behind the game, the publishers, they did something that pissed off those last 300 people, and those people boycotted the game. Did you know there was 2 days on Steam?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you saw this, Sage Bell? There was 2 days on Steam when there were 0 people playing that game.
Oof.
Yeah. So that's why there's no links for this. I just thought I would throw it out there because people want to be informed.
That is a dead game.
PC, not Avengers.
Wow, there are people that play Capcom versus SNK 2 more often than that.
Yeah. There was 0 people playing an Avengers game that's not even a year old. That's not a good look. So
That's
one thing where Marvel's not winning yet. Maybe they'll figure it out.
No, you know why? Because Disney, for some reason, doesn't. Bless you, Sage Bell. Because Disney, for some reason, does not like video games. Like they're allergic to video games. I mean, that's why Sage Bell sneezed. She was foreshadowing
Kingdom
that.
Hearts was fantastic.
But that's not them though. That's Square
Yeah.
Enix. That's a sequel to a game that was part of a deal back when they used to care about them. But like
Got it.
now, if you look at it, they just handed it off to EA to do Star Wars. Star Wars is about to be the game that starts the entire loot box thing, where countries start regulating loot boxes and gambling in games. It all started from a Star Wars game. So yeah, you look at the canceled Disney Infinity. Look at the Avengers game. They're just not interested in games over. The Bob Iger is not a fan of games, and it's showing now.
Or doesn't know what he doesn't know what a Nintendo is.
Yeah,
what kind of Nintendo you got?
Yeah. Next up, not a link for this one. This morning I woke up to watch some panels, and Verizon had their own thing. Did you see this, Sage?
What the frick?
I saw it and I just kind of muted it because I did not care.
It was the most cringy thing ever. That's going on a tile of next year's non-gaming company has a presentation. Because I was
According
like,
to Vince Rant, Verizon was lame.
Yes.
Oh, hey Vince, how about we just say what it really is?
It was
lamer.
Cringe. It was cringe.
Big lamer.
It was pretty cringe. I had to throw that out there because I was not expecting that, and it was long too. It was longer than the Capcom thing was, and they don't even make games. So yeah, no link for that because they get no hits from us. And the Take-Two thing, everybody was getting all stoked about. Are they going to show Grand Theft Auto? Are they going to show Grand Theft Auto? And it was a Zoom meeting, basically.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were talking about diversity and women in games, and people were not happy about it. Like what they were talking about was really important, but man, people were pissed.
Yeah, to put it on the docket as like during E3, like an E3 panel, and it turned out to be that. Like yeah, people weren't very happy with that. We'll just leave it at that. I didn't really stick around for it. I just saw the salt, and I was like, "Yeah, rightfully so, I guess." Can we at least get Bully too? Announce
I know
Bully
that's when you put the popcorn GIF on.
Yeah,
with Sage disappeared.
It's okay. I apparently am too white.
I think it's because you have like the white background directly behind you.
Clear. See, I'm too white.
You
just need a backdrop.
My shirt.
You need to get that setup that It's Nicole B had. Hers was decked out. Holy crap.
Yeah, she had the whole it looked like a streamer room.
I know, not this. This just looks like a 14-year-old lives here.
This looks like I'm probably gonna find me like buried under some newspapers one day when I'm older. On to the next thing here. We got the Capcom thing.
Hey, what's going on? London, please. We got Capcom thing? Question mark.
Yeah.
And thankfully the tiny indie company. Yeah. Oh, the tiny indie company known as IGN lumped all of the E3 stuff for Capcom on one page, and I think it only scrolls to like 4 pages. If you want to scroll a little bit there, London. There's DLC in development. Cool. Shocking. And then there's the Reverse to launch in July, but not now.
Wait, wasn't that like a PS2 game? The Reverse? Thing? Yeah.
Well, they just have like multiplayer like games all kind of set up, and then they talk a little bit about Monster Hunter,
of course,
stories too, which we know they made tons of money off of last year.
That Monster Hunter is what saved them.
Yeah,
Street Fighter kept them afloat. Monster Hunter totally saved their asses. Yeah.
Monster Hunter Rise is still really popular on Twitch.
Yeah. That game completely saved Capcom. Literally saved Capcom.
And they just teased the roadmap, but didn't show it. So more of not so much. And if you scroll too far, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, weren't we saying? Didn't we report on here? Capcom? No, not Capcom. The last Monster Hunter, the current one, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the best-selling Capcom game of all time.
Damn. I did not know that.
It outsold every version of Street Fighter.
That might have been a V- report because I don't know if we did it. However, the new Ace Attorney game shows off the gameplay and features. You follow along a British detective named Sherlock Sholmes.
Nice. Aren't they making a show of this? I read.
Yes.
It's a Netflix show, right?
It's in pre-production.
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
That's it.
London, you saw all of Capcom.
I skipped around as it was streaming. I saw something with esports and the Street Fighter League, something at the end. I saw a dude almost fall out of his chair trying to be like he was like all pumped and he almost fell down like Steve Ballmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just rolling on the
Thank you,
ground.
London. And London, I don't think this could be described any better than if you click that next link from Jay Wong and what he had to say, because he is America's very like our very best boy in fighting games. And well, haha, that's it. That's that. That's what he posted. And of course,
thing?
yeah. And Mr. AG 1993 has one of the most perfect memes to post afterwards. Terry Bogard drinking whiskey, just saying, "I'd rather have nothing." Like it's almost more interesting that they were secretive, was working on something and didn't show up.
Yeah.
But I guess they had investors to please or something, so they came.
Yeah.
They talked about, they got. Thank you, London. They got their money pot. They got their Monster Hunter, the Resident Evil teased. So, but no fighting game stuff all dang day. The fighting game community over on Event Hubs was pretty sad, but
they still did show that. I don't know what that was. Now I got to go back and look. But there was a segment with Street Fighter League, and it was all like Street Fighter League ting, and it was all like metal.
Yeah, but the thing is,
what even was that? Was that just an ad?
So
for it?
here's the problem: they're trying to get the hype of team shooter sports and MOBAs, but fighting games, it's one-on-one. So they lump them into teams to do like a kind of a league where they could play against East Coast versus West Coast and try to build these rivalries, which already kind of exist. It'd be like if the NBA split off during the winter with just one-on-ones.
Okay. It's more like bowling.
It's bowling.
Yeah, where it's like 1v1.
Yeah, but with bowling, you do a cumulative score. And they're trying to retroactively come up with a different scoring method to make Team FGC work. But at its core, you follow like a person. It's kind of neat when, like a heel gets like put on a team with a face, but that's not how we consume fighting games.
Yeah.
They can prove me wrong. Street Fighter moved to 3D before a lot of the other traditional fighters did, and they paved the way, and now everybody followed them. So maybe
they're onto something, and maybe if this doesn't work, they might find parts of it that does work, and somebody else can incorporate that someplace else and maybe make something cool out of it. It's worth a shot. You never know.
Capcom doesn't have too many missteps, especially when it comes to Street Fighter. That's their baby, right? Yeah. That's something very.
I would argue Monster Hunter is their baby now.
But Monster Hunters are cash cow. That's a different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not the baby, the cash
speaking
cow.
Of which,
it's the goose.
This is not related to. You know what? Here, I'm going to relate this to video games because Evo's in Vegas. I got my new Clink Room hat, and it's the Vegas Whale, and it is so good.
That's crazy. There's a lot of
stuff going
on there.
Huh?
That's a lot of stuff going on there.
Well, yeah, it's just dice and poker chips.
You can enter for Evo Online for Tekken and Street Fighter on the PS4 and Mortal Kombat 11 and Guilty.
Oh, you like gangster as fuck.
Who, me?
Yeah, you look like one of the kids. There you go. Yeah, that's how they wear it too.
Wait.
My assumption is all the fight games, they're just going to wait till Evo finals to announce things like they did last year.
Oh, that's probably very, very true. That's what they do every. You're totally right. That's exactly what they're going to do. And
they
guess
got
what?
2 weekends to announce things.
And it's going to be a freaking crazy hype machine of what we already talked about last week. That CEO is all sold out for all of their games already.
Nice.
Which is good because that's December. Like gaming tournaments don't blow up like that. That's nuts. I'm happy for them.
Maybe at some point they will. Maybe this is turning that next step. I don't know. I would like to see video game tournaments like blow up and be like
I would too,
or League of Legends or something like that.
I don't think the people that signed up for Strive know how hard that game is going to be in person. People are winning their games in their neighborhood on their servers and moving up online. But I think this 2020 gave people false confidence and they're going to show up in person.
Are you going to CEO?
That's the one we were talking about, right? I don't.
Did you get? It's the same weekend as Emerald City.
Then, oh yeah, that's right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to CEO. I have a wedding the first week of January,
It's been a
and
while.
my band is going to be playing all the shows in December. So we'll
Same
see.
as Plug Time. Your band when and where?
Well, I don't know about December. We're like
Where?
scheduling it out now. We're booked right now. It's through September, but we just can't announce them yet. The only one I can announce is the Neptune on July 24th with Casa Overall. That one's going to be tight.
Nice.
Because the Neptune is big.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty dope, man. Playing the Neptune over in U District, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love the
That's
Neptune.
Yeah, that's where I saw Kevin Smith.
Oh,
That's pretty dope.
did you have
AJ?
did you have opera magnifying like binoculars to see him since he's like this tall?
Kevin Smith?
Oh, I thought you said Kevin Hart.
No, it's not Kevin Smith.
Yeah, you can definitely see Kevin Smith. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the opposite of binoculars? So E3.
Microscope.
Yeah, E3. What do we have? One more day?
Yes.
Yes. Tomorrow
So-
we have Nintendo and we have Bandai Namco.
So what
Okay.
are our predictions?
Oh my God. I have a feeling we're gonna get thank you, London. We're gonna get our homeboy from Tekken.
Okay, so Bandai is Tekken, so we'll get a Tekken something.
Yeah, we're gonna get God damn it.
I would not be-
Katsuhiro Harada. We're gonna get Harada walk out with a shirt that says I don't owe you shit.
Check
And he's
this
not
out.
gonna announce anything.
Check this out.
Good.
So you got Nintendo and you got Bandai going afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Tekken character in Smash Brothers confirmed.
Are you
Oh,
saying or are you guessing?
I'm guessing, but
Okay.
that's my prediction. Tekken character in Smash Brothers. They already got Ken and Ryu.
they got Ken and
So-
Ryu, and they already have Pac-Man.
Yep. Yeah. Another Namco character. Yeah. So Tekken character in Smash Brothers tomorrow confirmed.
Okay. People are saying the next Breath of the Wild.
Will we see some actual gameplay footage?
Is a Breath of the Wild 2 confirmed?
Yes, that's confirmed. Well,
Oh,
for them
okay,
to
then
for them to show it.
Have they
nothing's
officially
confirmed.
confirmed it?
They confirmed that it exists
Okay.
because they were going to show it a couple months ago, but they came out before their Nintendo Direct and they were like, "Hey, it's not in the state that we want to show. We apologize." To Nintendo, they come out there and they apologize. So they said we'll show it when we got something to actually show you. So that was a couple months ago. They may or may not have anything. So it's 50-50 if they show anything. I'm wondering if they're going to show anything from the new Metroid because they pretty much scrapped that and started from the beginning again. So any concept art, anything from that.
Okay, so to go further on this, we have from fandom.com put out a nice little page talking about Bandai's history with Smash Brothers.
Mm.
So yes, they currently only have Pac-Man. Currently, but they also own more than Tekken. They own Galaga, Dig Dug, Babylonian Castle.
The Dig Dug
Gundam-
guy would be hilarious in Smash Brothers.
right? The Gundam games, Ace Combat, Dark Souls. Oh my God!
Oh, dude, Namco's crushing it. They're like one of the best publishers out right now.
But to go throwback, Dig Dug would be. I mean, wouldn't that be freaking great in Smash Brothers?
give me Hayachi and give me the Dig Dug guy.
Oh Jesus!
In like June or something.
Okay, I mean it could happen.
And
I can
Mokujin. You got to throw Mokujin in there. He's the perfect Smash Brothers character.
So I just found a tweet because since we're all talking about Smash, all Nintendo has to do is reveal a character for Smash tomorrow, and people will say it was the worst E3 in history.
Really?
Oh.
I like
Everyone's been
Smash
trashed
reveals.
on E3 this entire time, so
It's been pretty weak.
yeah.
This I think this is it. This is like one of the weakest. The PC show was okay. I can't really think of any games in there though.
PC show was at least entertaining, like the commentators being back and forth.
And I'm biased because I like Mika Burton. She was one of the announcers.
Uh-huh.
Kind of biased.
That's fair.
Yep.
I just liked their cheeky little setup that they had. I thought it was cute.
The
And it
Outer
was
Worlds
less boring.
2. While we're talking about cheeky, the Outer Worlds 2, the trailer for that was
We don't
freaking
know what we're doing.
hilarious. We need to post that on the Facebook or on the Twitters or on the socials. The trailer for the Outer Worlds 2, I would suggest go back in. Even if you're not interested in that game at all, you didn't like the first one, Watch the trailer for it. The trailer's hilarious. It's super meta, and they kind of talk shit about the whole game industry while they're doing the thing that they're talking shit about in the trailer. It's pretty funny, and it's really well written. So yeah, go watch
All
that.
they did was confirm there's an Outer Worlds 2, and that's it.
Yeah, they're like, we don't have nothing to show you. All the only thing we have done is the title. Here it is, and then they like slap a 2 on it. And they're like, that's all you get because that's all we got. So yeah.
And then
that's COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I think Sage is right with the fighting game stuff for Tekken. I mean, for Namco, I don't think they need to say anything. They're going to do other Namco stuff.
Of which there's a lot.
No, there's a lot, so there's no need. Because it would be such a bigger announcement at the end of EVO. It'd be so much crazier.
And
like
the biggest Namco thing already got shown, too. That was Elden Ring. Everybody was waiting on that. Yeah. They showed the original trailer for that from 2 years ago. This is the first thing we've seen of that game in 2 years. So,
yeah. Elden Ring. Okay, I gotta go play those games and be real bad at them. But maybe I'll be.
It's fine. It's fine. Get good, like we all do.
Yeah, who knows? I've surprised myself. I was shockingly good at Portal 2. I don't know if it counts as being good.
I thought Portal 2 was easier than Portal 1. But maybe because we already knew how to play the game.
Yeah. But, there was a lot of tricky parts in that. Final Fantasy 15 kicked its butt.
Oh, so speaking of Final Fantasy, Sage and I were kind of going back and forth on that Final Fantasy. Yeah, Square Enix. Here's the thing. Square Enix had a thing, and we haven't even talked about it because it was so whack. It was completely whack. That game that we were looking at, Sage, that Final Fantasy Origins, that one is made by Team Ninja. That I did not know.
Tecmo?
Yeah,
I'm
Tecmo.
watching this trailer, and it just looks like a generic all-male hack and slash game.
That's exactly what it is.
It looks like a Final Fantasy game, but it was just all men and hack and slash. It was very boring. All they did was make one person brown, and then 2 other guys.
Yeah, and they were just beating stuff up repeatedly.
Yeah, there was nothing exciting on that.
And to be honest, that was one of the flashier, more creative things in the entire event. So Square Enix is kind of morally bankrupt. The other 2 things they showed was the Black Panther thing, because they're the ones that do the Marvel game, and then they showed the Guardians of the Galaxy, which took up 25 minutes. It was like a 25-minute Guardian of the Galaxy thing, and it was lame. Go play the Telltale games. It's much better.
I already know something is wrong with the memory of struggle born deep in their hearts. What the hell? So I'm watching the thing right now.
For Guardians?
Yeah.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Not Guardians. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin.
The new Final.
Yes. Yeah, it's like your typical close your eyes and picture the most way out there pretentious Final Fantasy of Final Fantasy things.
Giant swords.
But it's like super shallow. It's like Ninja Gaiden from 2000, but they just put a 2021 coat of Final Fantasy stuff over top of it. And it's sparkly and it's pretty, but
it even looks like some of the locations of Final Fantasy 15.
And you know what, too? I would take it. I would take it if it was a co-op beat 'em up game. Why don't people make those anymore? How come there's no side-scrolling beat 'em up games anymore? There are Battletoads and stuff, and Streets of Rage 4. I know just came out.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 was fucking awesome. That game we played. Oh my god! It was an all-girl callback. We played it at
Schoolgirls.
What was it called?
What?
What?
I think you said it. What was it called?
Oh no, I said did it have 2 schoolgirls?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't remember, but that was a lot of fun. That game was great.
It's on everything though. You can get it on PC and Switch and PlayStation.
I know. I forgot if I bought it.
You said Squirrel Girls, and I instantly thought of what's that Sega game from the 90s where you're fighting in a school, and it's really crazy looking, and it's 3D. It was 3D polygon.
That's looking. A Capcom game called Rival Schools.
Rival Schools. Thank you. Okay.
But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. That I was trying to do. I meant to say that was my closing statement. But yeah, my prediction is we're not going to get fighting game stuff. Maybe they already, like you said, they already did the Dark Souls stuff. So what is Namco going to do?
Well, the fight games earlier this year already did some teaser stuff.
Yeah.
As well, there was something earlier this year. There were conferences for each of those game companies, so they gave us stuff.
We want more.
Yeah.
Always
So-
more.
But Harada did a Harada thing last time and just kind of teased shit and confirmed like whatever the last people are for the current iteration.
Yeah, the girl getting out of her car and that's it. You're like, what the hell? That's it. That's
So
such a Harada move. And everybody just laughed and clapped at the same time because they know that's all they're gonna get.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a continuation of that trailer next 5 seconds.
We probably, yeah, I know. We probably will.
We're gonna get at least in the Nintendo thing. We're gonna get at least one game that you would think would never play on a Switch. Like, remember when they announced Doom and everybody was like, "The fuck!" Like they're putting Doom on the Switch, and it turned out all right. So I think there's gonna be some game like that that we're not even thinking about because you wouldn't even think to put it on the Switch. So maybe something like, I'm being biased here. Maybe something like Stellaris, because you wouldn't think to put Stellaris on a Switch. So maybe something like that.
Switch now with keyboard support.
Paradox has been really tongue in cheek when people have asked them about a Switch version because City Skylines is on the Switch.
Okay.
People are like, "What's up with Stellaris? It's on the consoles now. What's up with
What is
Stellaris
up
on the
with
Switch?"
Stellaris?
Will we get the Switch Pro? Any kind of announcement or confirmation?
Oh yeah,
tomorrow?
that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. So something like that.
So yeah, there is. Smash Brothers is adding
Tekken Fighter and
I'm saying my predictions. Smash Brothers adding Dig Dug. I have been loud and brown on Instagram and Twitter. I am Gross Steph with a PH on PlayStation and Steam. Oh, we're in a different direction now, but right here is.
Hi, it's me, Sage. You find me at Sage Bell on Twitch and Twitter, SageBell_model on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok occasionally.
They're adding
and
Alice.
then- huh?
I'm looking at the costume behind you. They're adding Alice in the new Smash
Mhm.
Brothers.
Not just any Alice.
That's
That's
game. That's my prediction.
that's American McGee Alice.
Yeah.
That's
That's a good game.
It's definitely Madness Returns.
Oh,
I
that's
was
the
going to play
that's the
that
cover.
game, but I decided not to get in. I was eating messy food, and I didn't want to get my blood stains all dirty.
I didn't want to get my bloodstains dirty.
That's such a great sentence.
Yeah.
There was a game that did get a sequel released that I wasn't thinking about.
Which yours? I want to see if it's the same one I was thinking of.
A Plague's Tale.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was not thinking. Remember, I think you and I were talking to each other when that happened, and you were like, "A Plague's Tale," and then the very next thing was like, "A Plague's Tale," and I was like, "Oh, didn't that game just come out like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?"
The game was really like good to play, and it wasn't too long, so like I'll
Maybe that's
play the
it.
next one.
Yeah. The sequel I was thinking of was Stalker 2. I was not expecting to see Stalker 2.
Yeah, I know, so.
That game looks amazing, by the way. I might have to check that out. So yeah, Stalker 2 was my sequel that I forgot about that there was even an original one for.
Catch you Wednesday, only Wednesday this week because I have a hella busy week. I am a bride. I am a maid of honor. So let's see. We got bridal shower. We got not bridal shower. Rehearsal dinner, and then we have get our nails did, and then we have wedding. So just Wednesday night this week, I will be streaming.
No bachelorette party, no banana hammocks.
Well, things aren't really open.
Yeah, that's true. I was just
Bachelorette party is us all getting our nails done
Okay.
and being able to drink at the salon. So,
Noise.
That is
so
nice.
we're all getting similar to matching nails. So we're all getting like the same style but different colors. And then I have to have a liquor permit for a party permit essentially, so that we can drink on their premises.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since they don't cover it, and liquor license is super expensive.
Yeah, but they provide the alcohol.
Okay.
Nice.
Whatever. It made sense when you read through all the paperwork. So I have the paperwork all ready to bring on Saturday.
Cool.
Good.
So yep. And those are my closing statements. So up.
Hi down there. Am I looking right? Hi down there. This is the Saverings ... I shall be just mucking around. If you want to holler, leave a post, maybe on the Twitter at @v-gaming. That's the one I'm using on by default. Or just leave a post in our Steam group, which is Saltier And if you're not joined over there or not following us on any of our social medias, please do so. On our Steam group, we give away free games, and also if you're playing games, you'll get a very obnoxious pop-up in the corner of your game saying that we're broadcasting, and we're doing our podcast here on Mondays, every 8 o'clock, every Monday 8 o'clock Pacific time. Closing statements is enjoy gaming. Don't just go by what's out there and what people are advertising to you. Pick what's comfortable for you. Pick what you like to play, and just go from there. If you meet people doing it, awesome. If not, that's fine too. Enjoy what you're playing. And I'm gonna enjoy what I'm playing when I do get a chance to play. But yeah, thanks for tuning into us. Good to see you guys. Good to be seen. Good to have another fine podcast with these fine young ladies and gentlemen here. Keep the Boogie shout out, and to Soundcasting Network and all of our sponsors. Thank you. And that's it for me.
Big shout out once again. Thanks again, Voodoo Ranger. Scope them out on everything that's just Voodoo Ranger. IPAs, also part of New Belgium, making all this delicious juice.
Yep.
Juice. Hashtag live rangerously, B Corp certified, employee owned, and it'll knock you on your butt. It's great.
Yeah.
And thanks to Soundcast Network for having us. Give a shout out to all of our lovely people in the chat on Twitch today. We had Dark Kane, Rico Girl. We had someone else popped in. Who the heck popped in there?
You and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. And then also, if you can support some of our friends that came on here and did episodes with us. They have some of them have shops, some of them stream, and buy all the things. Shop local. Do fun stuff. Let us know on our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram what you feel about E3 tomorrow. And if we were right, fill out those bingo cards. We're going to give away a game or 2 or 3.
We got more than a few.
Okay. Fill out your bingo card and let us know stats, and we will send you a game. Maybe Dark Kane too, though. Dark Kane watches us. Dark Kane's probably got a bingo card going.
Dark Kane's picky, though. I don't know if we have anything that he'd want.
Or that he doesn't already have.
Yeah, or doesn't already have, yeah.
That's also true. We'll just send him, I was trying to think, we'll send him like Injustice 1.
We'll send you an Olive Garden card. How about that?
There you go.
Jesus.
I don't know.
So Vince is going to start giving away games.
Nice. Y'all, this has been a production of the Soundcasting Network. Thank you kindly. Yay, we did it.